What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video we're going to be drawing Skye from Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 2. Let's get started in the center of our page with the eyes. So from the middle of our page we're going to move over towards the right and draw in a circle. Starting from the very top. Let's work our way down towards the bottom. And pull that back up towards the top. Now we're going to leave a gap in the center and draw the same thing on the right. So we're going to line up the top of the circle. Come all the way down towards the same height. And pull that back up towards the top. Now I'm going to add a small highlight on the top left of each eye. So on the left side, I'm going to draw a small circle coming around and then back out. And let's line this up on the right and do the same thing. Now we're going to draw that same size circle in the center of the eye, but we're going to tuck this in behind the highlight. So let's start at the bottom, curve around, back out, do the same thing on the right side. And then we'll fill the pupils in black. Now we're going to line up at the bottom edge of the eye, move into the center and draw in the nose. So we start on the left, we draw a curve, coming down and then up. Now we're going to move up and draw a short curve in the opposite direction for the bridge of the nose. Let's move down and draw in the mouth. Starting back on the left, curve down and then up. And then we're going to draw in the upper lip. In the center, we're going to step up, start with a point. From here, I'm going to curve up and then out towards the left side of the mouth. Do the same thing on the right. And then we'll move down and draw the lower lip. Starting back on the left, curve down, and then up. Now I'm going to move up and draw the bottom edge of the hat. So over on the left side, we're going to curve above the eyes, and then back down on the right side. From the side of the hat, we're going to draw two straight lines going up. And we'll close out the top with that same curve. Starting on the left, go up in the middle, and back down on the right. Let's add those large wings on the side of the hat. Starting over on the left, we're going to curve in, and we're going to bend this out towards the left. Let's line this up on the right and do the same thing. Curving in, and then bending that back out. Now going back to the left side, we're going to round this out, come down, and then pull that in. Do the same thing on the right. Rounding it out, come down, and then in. And then we're going to overlap two more curves along the side. Starting back on the left, curve out, down, and then in. The same thing on the right. And then we'll do that one more time. Starting at the bottom, I'm just going to pull this down and then in towards the top corner of the hat. And then we'll draw in the top of the hat. Starting from the left side, we're going to curve up in the middle, and then back down on the right. Let's add that little face in the center of the hat. Starting in the middle, start with a point. From here, I'm going to curve down and up towards the left, go back to the center and do the same thing on the right. And then we'll move out to the side and draw a small circle for the eyes. Let's tuck the eyebrows in underneath the hat. Starting above the left eye, top, curve in, and then down. Line this up on the right, and do the same thing. And I just want to thicken up the eyebrow. Starting back from the inside, we're going to taper this up and out underneath the hat. And we'll fill the eyebrows in black. Let's add some lashes on the outside of the eye. Starting at the top on the left, we're going to curve down and then up. And the same thing on the right. I'm just going to taper that down and then in towards the bottom of the eye. And then we'll fill the lashes in black. Now we're going to curl the hair around the bottom of the eyes. Let's start on the left side underneath the hat. Start by coming around the eye, down and then in. Now I'm going to go to the right side. We're going to curl this a little bit sooner. Coming down and then in directly underneath the eye. And then back to the left side, we're going to taper this out and then up. And we'll do the same thing on the right, going out and then up. Now we're going to draw the bottom of the head tucked in underneath the hair. We're going to start on the left side, curve down in the middle, round out the chin, and I'll just pull that up on the right. Now we're going to come back and finish the hair after we've drawn the body. Let's start in the center of the body with the camera. Starting right here, we're going to draw a straight line going across, come straight down the side with a shorter line, and we'll close off the bottom with a straight line. Let's add that circle in the center, leaving a gap along the top and the bottom, and then we'll trace that out on the inside. Let's add a trim to the side of the camera. We're going to step in, draw another straight line coming down on the left and right side. And then we move in, draw the inside edge of the jacket. Underneath the chin on the left, we're going to step in, draw a straight line coming down towards the camera. Do the same thing on the right. Now we're going to continue those lines coming down towards the bottom of the jacket, to right about there. Let's go back up to the side of the camera. We're going to curve out and then up towards the edge of the collar. The same thing on the right. Now I'm just going to pull this up and in behind the head on both sides. Let's go back down to the bottom of the jacket. We're going to curve out and then up. And we're going to pull this up and in underneath the collar. So we're going to start by going straight up, and then we'll bend that in. And then we're going to add that camera strap. Starting from the top of the collar, draw a straight line coming down and in towards the top of the camera, and go back up and out towards the right. And I just want to thicken that up on the outside. So just tracing those two lines on the left and right. Now she has her sweater wrapped around her waist, so let's start with the knot first. Underneath the camera on the left, we're going to curve up and then down. And then from the sides, we're going to angle down and in towards the center. And then we'll add the sleeves of the sweater. Starting from the center, we're going to curve out and then down toward the left. And then the right. Flatten off the bottom with a straight angle line going out. And we'll follow that same curve going up and in behind the inside corner of the jacket. Let's continue working down with the legs. In the center, we're going to move down, draw a curve from left to right, going up and then down. Now leaving a gap in the center, let's go to the left side, curve out and down towards the left heel, move over to the right, curve out and down towards the right heel. And then we're going to round out the bottom of the feet. Starting from the heel, we curve down and then up towards the toe. And do the same thing on the right. Let's round out the top of the foot. Starting from the toe, we're going to draw a half circle, curving up. We're going to aim towards the heel, but we're going to stop right about there. And do the same thing on the right, going up and then down. Let's thicken up the sole. We want to take this curve, step up, and just trace that across. Now we're going to move back up and draw on the side of the leg. From the bottom corner of the jacket, we're going to step in, start by curving out, rounding out the leg, and then pulling it in on top of the foot. And do the same thing on the right side. And then from the top of the foot, we're going to move up and draw a curve from left to right to the edge of the boot. Line this up on the right and do the same thing. I'm just going to add trim along the bottom. Stepping down, just trace that across. Let's add a strap across the left thigh. Starting on the top, curve down and in towards the inside of the leg. Step down and just draw that twice. And then we're going to add a pouch on the outside of the leg. Starting from the top of the strap, we'll step up, angle up and out. From the bottom, we'll step down, angle out, and we'll close off the end with a straight line. Let's draw the sweater in behind the legs. Starting from the right hip, we curve out and then down, just lined up with the edge of the boot cuff. Let's go to the left side and do the same thing. Curving out, in behind the pouch, continue down towards the bottom. Now we're going to connect these 2 points with a curve, coming down in behind the leg, curve across in between, and then up on the right. Now let's go back up and draw on the arms. We're going to start halfway down the side of the body. We want to curve out and down towards the wrist, line this up on the right, and do the same thing. let's go back to the left and draw on the thumb. From the wrist, we're going to draw a small half circle, curving in and then out. I want to connect the bottom of the thumb to the wrist with a curve, going up and in. Let's do the same thing on the right. Let's add 3 fingers on either side. Starting from the bottom of the thumb, we're going to curve down and then up the first finger. We'll move down, curve down and up the second finger. And then the third finger, we're going to start out here, curve out, up, pull that in behind the head, just beside the collar. Let's do the same thing on the right. Let's separate the fingers of the glove. Starting from the thumb, curve down and up. Same thing on the second and third finger. Let's move over towards the right. Now let's draw the edge of the glove. Starting from the top of the thumb, we'll curve up and then out. Step up, we'll draw that twice. Do the same thing on the right. We're also going to open up the back of the glove. Starting from the top, we're going to step in, draw an angled line coming down, go across the top of the fingers, and go back up. Do the same thing on the right. And then we're going to move up and roll up the sleeves of our jacket. So stepping up, we're going to curve in and then down. Let's line this up on the right. Do the same thing. Now I'm going to move up and draw that same curve, the top of the roll. And we're going to see a little bit of the shoulder strap in behind the collar. Let's start at the top of the arm, curve out, then in behind the collar on both sides. Alright, now that we have the body, we can go back up and finish off the hair. Let's start from the bottom corner of the hat. Start by curving down and then out. We're going to round up the hair, come down and then in. Let's create a point. I'm just going to taper that back up, and we'll pull that down and in behind the arm. Let's go to the right side. We start by curving out, come in. I'm just going to curl this back out on the outside. Let's taper that back down and in. And we'll pull that down and in behind the arm. And that's pretty much it. There's Skye from Fortnite. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.